Power 92. We are #1 in the streets.
Power 92, #1 in the streets. Your boy DJ Nehpets in the building right now, man. Special guest,
Yeah.
Nipsey Hussle. Was popping, bro?
What's cracking? How you feeling?
Good, man. I'm good. Victory lap.
Yeah, it's out now online. Stream it, download it, get into it, buy it from the store. Do all three, man. It's out.
That's what's up, man. Been riding to it, man, all night, last night, this morning. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
and man, dedication, bro.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Man, Kendrick said a line in his song about him being the blood and you being the Crip and y'all working together.
Right.
How important is that to our community right now, as far as like, you know, us working together and making something happen, you know?
He also said, one of the lines following that, he was talking to his homeboy in the verse, and he was like, you know, he a man first.
Absolutely.
You know, so I think that sum it up. We men first, man. You might have somebody from your section that, you know, y'all grew up in the same area under the same street politic, but y'all just two totally different type of men that don't see eye to eye and don't relate on principle and on moral. Then you got other people grew up on the other side of the tracks that you relate to their morals and how they move and what they believe in. So I think that, you know, we got to judge each other off morals and, you know what I mean, what we stand on first. And, you know, to the world, a blood and a Crip would never get along. But in real life, in the LA and in jail and in gang areas, you know, that's not always the case. Sometimes you got people from the other side that you become real close with, and that, you know what I'm saying, you end up having a better relationship with than some of the people on your side of the fence. So
Man, that's important, especially for, you know, Chicago right now. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure.
You know,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
I don't know the depth of the politics out here. I know that it's a gangbanging culture though, and you know what I'm saying, it's something serious. So, you know, from my experience with LA, you know, whatever the politics of the streets are, you always got the exceptions where, nah, that's my people. You know what I mean? I got love and respect for dude. I was in jail with him, or I went to elementary with him, or I know his family, or we semi-halfway related, and nah, you know, I got the chance to know him, and he's solid, and we good.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
See, it's all the communication.
Yeah, that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of that too, you know. I see
100%.
that's what's missing too, you know what I'm saying? So as far as like now, you my man, you speak for the gang culture. Like
Right.
you speak for that culture, you know what I'm saying? Because me, I'm not a part of that at all. You know,
Right.
I'm considered a lame in that world, you know what I'm saying? But
Right.
like what do you mean when you say you speak for them?
I just mean that I come from that. I'm one of, you know, I'm somebody that was a part of that, lived in that space, you know, grew up in that area, come from that understanding. So whatever I do is possible for anybody in them situations to do. That's really what I mean by that. That, you know, I exist in a lot of categories. I'm an artist, you know, I'm a hustler. So, you know, you see what I do and you be like, if you an artist, I could do what Nip's doing because I'm an artist too. Or if you a hustler, I could do what Nip's doing or is on his way to be doing because I'm a hustler too. But also, I'm a banger. I come from gang banging. So if you a banger and you in them situations, I want you to know as well, you know what I mean, whatever's being done and being received is possible for you as well. And, you know, it was important that whatever happened with my career, that, you know, it belongs to the people that's in that life. Not like only, and like for everybody that's not, I'm not saying that it excludes them. I'm just saying that, you know, the young dude that's figuring out life right now, you know, you can never say, well, he don't understand because I'm going through this, and I do. You know what I'm saying? I understand exactly what you're going through, and you can follow what I did and make it up out of that. You know what I mean? Now,
your mentors, you know what I'm saying? You got any mentors, you know, that brought you up in the game, you know what I'm saying? Because it was actually an interview that I heard you talk about, this book called Contagion. I brought it with me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, talk about some of your mentors and some of the thought processes or books that they put you on to put you in a different spectrum in the thought
My mom put me on books. You know what I mean? My mom was one of the first influence, obviously, on me.
Naturally.
Yeah, and she was somebody that, you know, she never told me no about a book. You know what I mean? We might not go to Toys R Us and get what I want every time, or, you know, but if I be like, take me to the bookstore, I want to grab something, she'll stop what she doing and take me. You know what I mean? So, and also just surrounding me by books as a young person. And then my big brother had a big influence on me. Somebody that was always stand up, you know, solid backbone, lived off principles and morals since we was kids. You know what I mean? He wouldn't even steal candy from the store. When we was bad little kids, he would stop me from stealing candy. Like, we gonna buy that. We not stealing that, bro. We gonna hustle before we take something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a big bro right there.
Yeah, you know, so, and then a lot of people, man, just, you know, people that I consider to be intelligent, I'll listen to, or somebody that was, you know what I mean? You know, it was like a reward for being ignorant growing up. Like, the dumbest one that didn't care about life the most got the credit. And I ain't never really, like, understand that. So it was always people that was in the environment, but, you know, didn't feel ashamed to be intelligent or, like, speak with some type of sense. Yeah, not always gravitate toward that individual, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You, man, I'm super happy to speak to you on that level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you said that is amazing, because that's what's really popping right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, the most ignorant you could be, the most drugged out or doped out you can be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's cool. You know, I don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to, especially, you know, I got a son, you know, he's 16. You know what I'm saying? So I'm constantly on him about, you know, yo, don't follow them, don't do this, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I'm a father. 100%. You know, they don't look at me like, come on,
you
Dad.
from a different era, and you my pops, you supposed to tell me that?
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's real, you know? Definitely real.
I agree, man. You know, yeah, we ain't got to go too deep into it, but I always appreciated the ones that was secure enough to speak the real, even though it wasn't popular, you know, message.
Right.
They was like, whoever don't like it, whatever, so what? We could deal with that how we deal with it. But this is what I got to say. This is where I stand.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Now, Stolen Greatness on the Loaded Bases record with you and CeeLo.
Yeah.
Explain how powerful that term is.
I said, it's a couple people every generation that wasn't supposed to make it out, but decode the matrix. And when they get to speak, it's like a coded language. Reminds niggas of their strength and all the stolen greatness.
Yes, sir.
Just what I was talking about coming from gang culture. You know, everybody go to jail. Everybody get killed in this, you know, in gang banging. For real. Yeah. That's like a catchphrase, you know what I'm saying? But in real life, you know what I mean? Everybody go get them football numbers, get washed up or get, you know, flipped. So to not do that, you successful. To be alive and not in jail, you successful, you survived.
Absolutely.
You know, but then to be somebody that achieved on another level and just by like regular world standards are successful. Not in terms of just not being in jail, not dead, but like, you know, paying taxes and owning businesses and being somebody that, you know what I mean, got employees and pay salaries to be successful on that level is really rare. You know what I mean? And so that's why I said it's a couple people every generation that wasn't supposed to make it out, but decode the matrix. And when they get to speak, it's like a coded language. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it's different. It's a different level of convo you're gonna get. You know what I mean? From somebody like Snoop, who beat a murder and was involved in all type of, you know, prior to rap. You know, a person like 50 or Jay or, you know what I'm saying, E40 or, you know what I mean, any one of these people that, you know, they walked them paths and they figured it out. It ain't a lot. We don't get a lot of them every generation. True. But the ones we do, we hang on to every word because we know they speaking from experience.
Absolutely, absolutely, man. Now, you know, man, it's so much to talk about, but Dr. Sebi.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Sebi.
Envy corrected me on the air. It was dead wrong, man. Yeah, his name Dr. Sebi.
It's Sebi. Okay, yeah. Dr. Sebi. I researched him myself. You know, the person who actually cured AIDS.
100%. Now, see, we going in murky waters now. Be ready for what come with this. Oh, you know, come on, I'm ready. Be ready.
I'm here. You know what? That's the reason why I say I'm super excited to speak to you about this kind of stuff, because this is the stuff that I'm not public about. Stuff that I read. Yeah. Dr. Sebi. Yeah. That stuff is kind of weird to this generation. Like, what you talking about?
They can't call me weird. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to say it.
Right. Yeah. So you want to do a documentary about him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He cured AIDS.
If they down me, y'all better ride for me, man. Y'all better burn something down, man. Come up falling off the building or something, man. You know what I'm saying?
For real, man. But give some people some information about Dr. Sebi that they might not know. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest one, but
he went to trial. A lot of things he did, right? But in 1985, he got arrested because he was printing in magazines that he cures AIDS and sickle cell and cancer.
Yep.
And they like, that's false advertisement, that's malpractice of medicine, all type of thing. He wasn't no doctor. He just used herbs and his understanding of herbs.
Right.
And he went to trial in New York. And he proved in the state of New York on record that he said, bring me y'all AIDS patients from y'all doctors. He treated them while he was on trial. He said, now have y'all doctors test them. The same ones diagnosing with AIDS, had them test them. 77 patients was cured of AIDS on record.
See?
In 1985 by his herbs.
See
Why
that?
we ain't never heard that? Why that ain't been on TV? They got a Tupac and Biggie, the 55th documentary they done made about the Tupac and Biggie murder. They got billboards, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And that's no disrespect to Pac and Biggie.
No.
We love them, and that's
Right.
our, you know, that's us.
Yes.
But why we ain't seen no doc on that?
Exactly.
Why that's not no headline news? You feel me? So I just felt like when I found that out, I started doing my research. I found out he's the one cured. Well, I'm not gonna say, you know, that's his business,
Yes,
his
sir.
family to say who he treated. I ain't gonna take that info and put that out there. But a lot of people he treated.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And what's to me is the story is that he went to trial against the state of New York and won. Then the feds indicted him. And he went to trial against the feds and won. You know what I mean? And the judge even said like, oh yeah, you know, my whole life I wanted to change the world. But I just ended up being a judge. But today I'm gonna find you not guilty and change the world. That was her statement at the end of the whole trial. By finding him not guilty, she gets to impact the world. And yeah, we ain't never heard that story. You gotta search for that.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm in a position I could produce content. You know, that's a real interesting story. If I didn't know nothing about nothing, if I ain't gotta be a vegetarian to appreciate that, or a health nut, no disrespect to nobody, what I mean when I say that, to appreciate that, damn, that's interesting. You know, who is this dude? Let me research. And after that, they'll go into everything he's done and, you know, figure out exactly how powerful dude was and why he ended up mysteriously dying in jail recently. You know what I mean?
Well, brother, you know what I'm saying? You've done so much. Right now, you got your own dispensary out there in LA right now.
Yeah, yep.
You know what
we
I'm
got a strain of weed called the Marathon OG.
Okay.
And you know, we got a grow house and a partnership at a dispensary in downtown LA. And then we gonna get with distribution companies and start getting it everywhere. You know, so look out for the Marathon if y'all mess with the tree.
Already. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy that you into just economics, man. We have to empower our people economically.
Right.
That's the biggest thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we got to get our dollars to circulate within our community a whole lot better. It's a book that I wanted to put you on. You know, if you don't know about this dude, his name is Dr. Claude Anderson.
Yeah, I mess with Claude Anderson.
Oh, Powernomics.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Man, it's so serious. I mean, you are a great representative to the culture.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm
Thank
saying? And I super appreciate just your mind and your thoughts about how to do things out here these days.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm
Thank
saying? It's real rough out here, and I want to champion you for real. You know what I'm saying? Victory Lap,
Yeah, that's out, man.
It's
Download
out.
it, stream it, get into it.
man.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know what else I could possibly say to you, bro. We could be talking for hours.
I mean, keep me on air, man. Let's take a break and come back. Victory lap out, man. Go grab that.
Already, man.
It's all love.
Hey, well,
Dang.
before we go, man, please give me some advice for my Chicago people who are affected by, you know, gang beef for real. They in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people, you know, which is holding them back from prospering in Chicago. I believe that. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? It's like
right.
it's hard out here. But what advice could you give to them, you know, that's in it right now? What could you give it, you know, to pump them up, you know, get them on the right level?
That's a hard question, bro, because I know what it's like. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's a lot of factors in getting somebody to reassess their way of living. Because for me, for example, I ain't know no identity of myself outside of who I was to the gang.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If I ain't this, what am I? You know, what's my value then? If I ain't a reputable member of this gang that's respected and feared, then what is my other value? I ain't no PhD. I ain't finished school. I wasn't Nipsey Hussle the rapper that, you know, had fans and people loved back then. I was just this dude from this neighborhood, and I was the most powerful thing going on. So I understand, but at the same time, you know, we don't like it. It ain't natural to go to as many funerals as we go to and bury and know this many people that die and deal with, you know, death so closely. That's not natural. So, you know, I think that everybody got to go through their own path, figure out what type of life they really want. You know what I mean? And I would just say, look at the examples. You got people that flip the game in their favor. Follow them examples.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? The blind can't lead the blind, you know? But I couldn't preach to no group or individual because I empathize. I know it's deeper than just, I want to change my life, let's go. It ain't that easy, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but you know what I mean? It's a lot of power in music. It's a lot of power in art. So like, you know, I would try to do it through art and through my music. I would try to sprinkle the entertainment with some medicine and with some advice. You know what I mean? And let people get it if they want to and attach to it naturally.
Yes,
and
sir.
make a statement, you know what I'm saying, and say, here's what you do. That's not realistic. You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah.
True. Man, again, I thank you, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank
you know, and man, Power 92 is your home, bro. Whenever you get back, you know, in Chicago, you traveling through.
Yeah, I'm going to definitely tap back in, man. I appreciate you.
Man, appreciate you too, brother.
Respect. Victory lap out now. Grab that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Power 92, 92.3 FM.